So I've been thinking, with the Create Aeronautics mod adding realistic physics into Minecraft, I have a plethora of new ideas to try and manifest from my Mine Palace. Chief among them is a way to make a working roulette table with an actual physical ball, something I've wanted to make ever since I killed that woman in the park. It's not related, it just happened around the same time. At night. Alone. Gambling! What I need to first test is if we have something spinning around and we put like a normal block on it like this, if we speed this up, will it roll? Because the immediate issue we're going to have is the game has blocks, and roulette, I don't know if you know this, involves a ball. So we're going to have to make round things roll. And pitch. Hit it, hit it. Way! Dude. Oh, I wonder if you can make like a baseball game. Like, oh. Oh. It's like the sun I never had. And now if I hit this, so we have it spinning. That's a bit fast. Let me turn this down. I think that what we need to do now is make the buckets, because like the ball falls in like mini buckets and they designate like red, black, and the number, right? In fact, oh dude, how many are there? I should have probably thought about this before I made the circle. Now, while past Gerg has to painfully build a roulette wheel, have you guys ever wondered why are there 38 numbers exactly? Why that? Well, originally back in France, it only had 36, one number for every 10 degrees in a circle. But you know, then the casinos realized they needed to scam people, so they added 2 extra green slots to give themselves an edge. In fact, in early American designs, they featured a 3rd extra patriotic eagle slot where the house would win everything on the table. You know, 'cause patriotism or something. And because roulette is entirely based on physics, if we somehow knew the starting conditions of every single variable, we should be able to predict the results with a reasonable amount of accuracy. Now, in terms of predicting the roulette wheel, this has actually been done before. Back in 1990 Spain by a Mr. Gonzalo Garcia, which spent years going round to his local casinos tallying down the results of all the roulette wheels and the dealers that span the balls. And using statistical analysis on all these results, he was able to make millions off of roulette, one of the most biased games. But despite all this, he's still a nerd. So that's what the wheel is going to be spinning. That's our roulette wheel. My idea is we can have like a blue ice track in like a big circle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shoot our skeleton skull across the blue ice. And that's going to be the way it like shoots round. But the thing is, I don't know how we can shoot it in a circle. So if I just place it in the water stream, does it actually go with it? Oh, yeah. That's going to be an issue. Okay, we can't use water. That's the conclusion. Okay, so we have a skull and we have a propeller. And... are you kidding? No way. It affects me, the player. Does it... what? There's no way. Okay, right. I might be onto something. I've just found that I have a mod installed called Copycats, which actually adds these slopes to the game. Now, if my understanding is correct, because I saw Jazzy Red use these to beat me, if I use blue ice on these, will it maintain the properties of blue ice? Okay, so we're just going to have a bunch of slabs, make them blue ice. Do you maintain the properties? Let's find out. You don't. Oh, god damn it. Just when you think you found a solution. God damn it. Oh. Okay, I might have an idea here. What if, instead of shooting the ball around the edge like traditional roulette, what if instead we keep it flat, we keep the middle flat, and we replace this with blue ice, and then what we do is we just put the ball on like a big slide? Yeah, because we actually get centripetal force from this. If we imagine that we then like place it down on the middle, we don't know where that's going to land, do we? And in this example, it's landed in the green, so the house would win. Oh, I actually kind of like that. That's a mistake. It's not meant to, like, keep that still. Wait, no. We could spin that the other direction. Oh, happy little accidents. Okay, right. That should be spinning the other. Yeah, dude, look at that. Oh, sick. Okay, we can get rid of that. Right, so now this should be like extra random. So while we do have the main roulette table construction done, how are we actually going to get the ball and launch it onto the table? How can we actually build a device to do that? And well, I was doing some experimenting. Please give me it. Stop it. Give me the skeleton skull. So I was doing some experimenting and I've come up with a bit of a design. What I have over here is a piston conjoined with a bunch of springs. And it has this big pillar which shoots out the back and it's on blue ice, so it has low friction. What I can do is with a physics wand, I can simply pull this backwards like this. I can then lock it with a piston and unfreeze it. So now this thing is ready to go. I can then grab the skeleton skull, position it right snug there. And now when I flick the piston, it launches it really far. Where did it go? Where did it go? All the way over here. Now that should be more than enough speed to launch it onto our roulette table. That's the plan. Wait. When did you turn black? This big like plunger thing right here, this really kind of makes me want to make a working version of a pinball machine. Oh, that's a future video right there. Alright, with much experimenting, I've managed to get something to work to automate this process. It is dodgy as all hell. So what I've done is I've added a little fence underneath here, and what I have is a big mechanical piston, which is attached, if I go to the glue, to a slab and one trap door. Now, here's what's interesting about mechanical pistons. You can only use other mechanical pistons, and you can't actually use normal pistons. They just refuse to push it. I don't know, so I've basically had to do it with a trap door, but I'll show you how this works. I'm pretty happy with it. So, this thing basically extends, and it pushes against the fence. That triggers, and then you'll notice that the observer triggered, which flipped it, and then this was able to go backwards. Now, when I de-extend it, it actually gets pulled with it, and then it goes here, flaps it again, and then it launches it. This is dodgy as all hell, but it does work, and that's what matters most. There's probably a way easier way of doing this. Okay, so I've just done a bit of redstone logic, and I've automated it all to one button press. So I now press this, it goes forwards, gets to the observer, flicks it, then goes back, pulls back the spring, gets the observer, and lets it go. Now the question I'm left with now is, as this is being pulled back, how do we get a projectile into the chamber ready to be launched before it launches? Now here's the thing about physics props in Create Aeronautics. When you break a physics object in two, it still makes a physics object as a separate little, like, debris thing, right? We can exploit this. You see, I've made this little machine over here, which basically is a physics object within itself, but all this does is it uses this thing called a deployer to place down a blue wall, and then uses a piston to separate it from the main machine. So if I activate it, places a blue wall, and then it pistons it away like that. So we can get separate physics objects being made at a push of a button. Instead of blue wall, if we load this up with skeleton skulls, then hypothetically, we should be able to load it into the chamber before we fire it. And that's how we're gonna get our roulette balls. Oh, don't. Of course, it's never that bloody simple, is it? I don't think people would accept a diorite wall as a roulette ball. I might have to use it though, because I can't piston skeleton skulls. God damn it, man. I tell you what, with this mod, you could have little base decorations. Like, you could have like a mini Stonehenge decoration in like your Minecraft base using this mod. Look at that. That's so cute. Oh my god. Okay, you see the vision. I could totally make bowling. Oh, that's another future video. So what I've done is I've just cracked open a hole up here, and then I've inserted the device up here. I tell you what, it's easier if I just demonstrate it and show it. So if I just hit this button, it goes forwards as we've seen, and then it actually pulls back. this like central bit here, and then it makes way for inserting a shell, and then it shoots it out. Now, how does it know when to insert the shell? Well, because this is technically a physics object, I can't just run redstone from that circuit. So instead, what I've had to do is, if I activate it again, I have an optical sensor, which is filtering for oak woods. And then what it does is it waits until it detects oak wood right there. That triggers it to insert a shell, and then it shoots it off. So if this whole thing operated off recoil and not like a mechanical motion, this would be like a semi-auto gas-operated pistol. This is basically what I've invented right now. Alright, I think I have it working. My general prototype for Roulette. So I've just added on the cannon thing over here. So now when I hit the button, it should load in a quote-unquote ball. Let's see it. It's going to pull it back. Load in a ball. And red. I'm predicting red. Oh. Hey, it's a red. Woo! I really don't know if this is the best way of doing roulette. I've just sort of winged it, really. Black. I'm going black. Oh. Come on. It's sliding. Go black. Ah! Woo!